Hey everybody, welcome back. It's the finale episode of Infraspace. Hope you're having a great day. Got a couple of icons there, they'll take care of themselves, and here is our lovely city. Now I've gone ahead and I've taken away some of the, well not some of, most of these science buildings are gone. So there's little gaps and stuff where the science buildings used to be. There's a lot of green science that used to be here. That's gone now too. The red science is completely gone as well. Because we don't need it anymore. We are now done with all the research. We have everything all the way to the Adamantine mining drill. So we're going to see that colossal drill today. But first, just wanted to give you sort of a fill you in on what we're doing here. I'm expanding housing. I need to get a few more people, so that's what this is for. And I think as we distribute robots, this number will go down. As these get upgraded, this number will go up. And hopefully they meet in the middle somewhere. But I need to get, roughly 8,700 people right now. And I think that this will get pretty close as it gets upgraded. Now, as these get upgraded and more needs are, hoping to be met, our traffic system is going to start getting congested a little bit. Because, again, they're all sort of upgrading at once. That's going to force cars onto the roads. But what I'm hoping is that by getting a lot of those buildings out of here for science, it's going to free up space to sort of move the origin points of some of these buildings around, and hopefully I don't have to deal with super major congestion. So the Adamantine drill, let's talk about it. I hear that it's big, and I think I'm going to put it right here. I don't know how big, so let's take a look at it really quick. Colossal Adamantine drill. Okay, seems pretty big. Not quite as big as I thought it was. It also looks like it's a construction site of some kind. Ooh, interesting. So I wonder if this is like an end game, like you have to build it, Let's place it here. And it looks to me, we have required resources for this. So we need to send 2,000 electronics and 2,000 steel to this location. That is going to prompt all of these buildings to want to make things all at the same time. We're going to have a ton of cars on the road. So let's think this through before we start connecting this to the roadway. I think the first thing I need to do is figure out, obviously we have a ton of electronics being made. The bulk of these need to get to this destination without crowding the rest of this. Now, I could kind of game this and just move all electronics production over here. That's going to take a while. It'll be expensive. I have the supplies to do so, though. Like, I have 3,200 steel in storage. I shouldn't have to create the steel from scratch to make this happen. I shouldn't have to. But I have a feeling I will have to, because I don't think this warehouse is going to deliver it over there. Like, they're not going to take it out of this warehouse. I think they're going to want to take it from all over the place. So let's do something about this. I think the first thing I want to do is I'm going to move some of the sand. I want to create a major highway here instead. So we're going to move the sand production over here. And this is a big enough distance so where I should be able to just do something like that. And we'll just go ahead and have the sand rebuilt. I don't even think I need that much of it, honestly. So we could just do it like this. Call it good. Then here, what I can do is just move this back. Something like that, maybe. Create a side road, kind of like this. Let's get the snapping stuff off, about like that. And then what I want to do is make a big highway out of this. So we're kind of I'm prepping this for a huge expansion. All right, we're gonna have to go that way too. I think this storage is gonna go off center a little bit here, and then we'll just kind of connect it to like this. We'll try that for now. So I'm hoping that a lot of these cars, right, I want to see where they go, because I don't want to have giant rows of cars going into certain locations, specifically to the train station. I don't think I want to connect this to the train station. There's just, it's a bottleneck, right? So we have this road here. I think what I'll do with this is I'll keep it really wide. I'll keep it a lot of lanes. And I'm going to bring that to be over in this area. And I think I'll maybe bring it over about like this. And then we'll go this way with it. Yep, and then I'm going to take this around. And I think what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to turn this highway into a 2-lane. It's not that saturated. We don't need things to be super big here. But if I turn this into a big 2-way with lots of capacity. Ooh. There we go. If I turn this into a big 2-way with lots of capacity, my hope is that they will choose to use it. So let's just do that, I think, all the way through here. You know what? This will be fine. Well, no, because they might go that way, right? So let's just open this up. Yeah, I like it. We'll move you over to here for the carbon. I don't think we'll need any more carbon. I'll do one more, I guess. What I think I'll need is more steel. So we'll have additional steel being made here, here, and then let's move you over here. No? Like that. That's going to be fine. And then, whoops, this one. Yeah. Maybe one here if it fits. No, I could do it back here, though, which is acceptable. I'll do that instead. And then we'll just have you go that way. We can connect it here, too. That's fine. Okay, so these guys are going to bring all the iron and stuff is going to get brought over here. That's good. So now that I've got this as a 2-way road, I'm going to connect this like that. This is going to allow cars to just all funnel this way from multiple locations. So we're coming in from this side, and we're coming in all the way and wrapping around. And then I think also I'm just going to max this out because there's no reason not to max out the capacity of these roads. But I think I want to set up something right here to produce steel, maybe, even to get it in here. You know, make it more local. So I'm going to bring it underneath. Bring this around, and then I think we'll go ahead and lift it up so that it can go over top of this road. Then we'll bring it back down about like that. That should be fine. We might as well just connect it straight up here. I don't think there's any downsides to doing that. So we've got a highway that runs this way. It's just a 2-lane. We got this highway that runs this way. It's a 2-lane. If they want to get over here, I don't think they can really hit this highway very well. So what we should also do, what we could also do is maybe get this highway to sort of, you know, yeah, do one of these numbers with it. So just so they sort of run right next to each other. And now we have a highway that takes them this direction. Now, I don't know if they're going to need to use that to go any further that direction, but what I'm hoping that they'll do is cars that are already over here, if they want to bring stuff over, like maybe the steel that's over here, if they want to come this direction, they can. I just want to give them the option to do that. So we'll have an off-ramp that goes here and brings them right into here. You know, you might as well just hook that to the intersection. Okay. So with that being done, we can now have this road come this direction. And we're going to hook it up and see what happens to our traffic system. There we go. Let's see what happens to our traffic system by doing this. Now that this is hooked up, we should start seeing it's making calls. I need stuff. And now we should see all the electronics and everything. Everything's just going to hit the road all at the same time. And I'm hoping that by having these multiple paths, everything will be cool. Let's get another steel work sorted out over in this area. So we're going to say, we want this to be, let's put it over here. Let's, I need extra roads, don't I? Let's put you like this. We'll have this go kind of underneath the highway would have been better, right? Got 3 level sort of thing. I guess we'll lift it up from here. Yeah, like this. Bacon roads all the way down. Yeah, and then what we'll end up having here is this can be connected here. And then we'll say that the steel is being made here, 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 there, 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 and there. Now, all the iron has to come here too, and iron is going to be sourced from over in this side. So a lot of this iron is going to want to all shift this direction. I don't really have another source of iron to tap into. Maybe over here. Let's see if I can't get some iron sourced from this side. So we'll say iron mines here. Probably going to need more power as well, but this should be enough iron to satisfy the steel that we're producing. We'll get a road that goes like this. Let's move these out a little bit because they'll allow me to do that, hopefully. There we go, and there we go. That should be enough. Then we'll just get a big old thick boy highway here. Let's say this. And just take it all the way over. Let's figure out where I want to put it here. Yeah, I'll probably just connect it right to here. So let's say thick boy highway goes this direction. And then over here. Oh, you didn't actually... Well, that's fine. I thought it was going to make it elevated at a bridge and stuff, but it didn't. All right, goes right about there. All right, the last thing to do in this area then is just to connect it to power. We should have plenty of that. We're going to go about like that with it. Is that... That's copper, okay. I could have connected this iron source too. I wasn't using it, but that's kind of like through residential. I don't know about that, but let's just have that hook up, and then we'll take the power from here, bring it all the way over, and connect it there. So this should start operating now, sending iron over to the steel that's going to request it from here. I can also expand this a little bit more if I want to by just adding additional steel. So maybe I go... Let's upgrade these two. And then we'll have this road go this direction. Maybe we'll have it go this way, raise it up like a bridge over top of the highway, bring it back down, and we can hook it up to, I don't know, here or something. Like, just get it in there. All right. And then let's add a little bit more steel production here. So this is going to be a main source of steel, which, I mean, we're going to need a lot of iron that's going to be funneled into here. And then this steel hopefully will export itself out to here. We can also give it a shortcut so that it gets on this highway. It doesn't have to go all the way around. That's silly. So let's get it a more direct route onto this highway from here. We could also give it, if it wants it, I'm not sure why it would need it, but we can also give it an on-ramp here. It can decide where it wants to go from there. We could do the same thing here, I suppose. This is not a highway that's going to be... it's not easily connectable. Well, I guess I could go over top and connect it here, but I'll just let them drive this direction and go. So, okay, so let's take a look at our traffic. This is always congested. We knew that was going to happen. A lot of these guys are going to take this road to turn here. But if it's not too congested, the important thing is that it doesn't back it up all the way to here. Right? I don't want it to back up to here because then everything gets slowed down. Are they using this road? Still primarily one direction, but I have a feeling... Yep, there we go. Electronics are going to take that path. Good. So every car that takes this road is a car that isn't taking this road, right? And so like I got to spread it out, give them alternative sources. And we should see, yep, we're getting electronics delivered. Beautiful. Now, are we getting steel delivered? It looks like it's all electronics right now. Should be a lot of steel being made here. I don't want it to go to storage. That's the bad thing. The steel that's here in storage already, it's not leaving storage to get delivered. Like, this is purely for construction purposes. So if I could make a recommendation for the game, and maybe that breaks the balance, I don't know, but I would say at least introduce a warehouse that would store excess goods, not just construction materials for the purposes of construction, but excess goods, right? Because when you go to build like a big structure like this, and you have 32,000 steel sitting in storage, there should be zero reason to have to manufacture that steel to deliver it to that product, you know? And also, going along that note, if there isn't a really big need for electronics, then we're not going to be making them at 100% efficiency all the time. We're going to be slowing down production on them because they're simply not needed. But in this case, if you had storage and could store access electronics and things like that, you would be able to get them rapidly delivered to wherever the source is. So in this case, we're delivering it to the Adamantine drill. Okay, so I want to see and check in really quick and see how fast we're getting iron. A lot of cars heading this way. I like it. Could we increase the number of cars that are heading this way? I actually do want more. I could do so probably by just moving these. So let's say I move you all the way as far over as I can move you. Move you here. And then here. And then here. And then here. Got lots and lots more capacity now. That. Like that. I think probably somewhere around there. And now I can fit in additional one back here. Which is super cool. And then also fit one like this here. Here. And then like that. And then like that. That's a big expansion. That should be good. So let's just real quick give another road right there. Perfect. And then I want a little road that direction and another little road that direction. Okay. So they're all hooked up now. They'll just get where they need to go, get on the superhighway, and take off. Okay? And then we're making all the steel. Is the steel being delivered to the project, though? Or is it going to storage? This is steel, and it is. They're going to take the highway here. It looks to me like some of the steel is still heading to the motor factory. It's still going through to this area, so at least we're not wasting it, but I do want the majority of the steel heading this direction. We're starting to deliver some. Okay, good. Let's check in on our people. Homes are being upgraded. Looks good. We have more than enough people for our jobs. Good. So this has gone up. We're going to have over 9,000 people for the finale here. So that's I don't remember what my goal was. I think it was 8,000, but 9,000 people, I'm more than happy with that. Definitely satisfied with that. I don't know if it's possible to share my save file, but I do that. I share the save file. I share, you know, the maps and stuff that I create for the videos that I do. And so if it's possible to share this, I will, whether it's a workshop thing or just sharing the save file itself and putting it on like Google Drive or something. I will have that linked in the description if you want to check it out, rearrange things, play with it yourself just to see how things work. You are more than welcome to do that. You're going to have over 9,000 pop to start out with. It looks to me like resource-wise, we're not doing half bad. I think the power right now is overproduced. So while we're not generating enough uranium at this time, I can just go ahead and do this. I don't need that extra source. Although I have a feeling it's not this area that's underproducing the uranium, right? I have a feeling it's going from somewhere else. Another recommendation I would make for the game, just to improve it, is definitely give us ways to tunnel. We can make a tunnel here, and then it, you know, comes out on the other side, kind of like how, you know, Workers and Resources does it or whatever. Like any game with tunnels will do that. Surviving Mars has a really nifty way of doing it to where you just have the starting point and the end point is a certain distance away, and it just allows you to use your imagination as to how that road is built. The part I don't like about Surviving Mars is that there's no real lag between the entrance and exit. I don't particularly like that. But in any case, you could mix and match or whatever, but like giving us tunnels so that we can get cars directly from above and get them down below, that would be very nice. Looks to me like I have a power issue just a bit outside. Here we go. That should take care of it. All right, so this highway looking pretty good. All this iron coming in, and I would hope that this iron is going... Oh, a lot of it's heading... What? Oh my god, it's going all the way over... Oh my... Okay, here. We need to... Hang on. I don't want it to go all the way through town like that. Hell no. Let's give it an alternate route. You can send you off this direction if you want to go this way. We'll send you this direction. We'll come over here like this. And honestly, I probably should have had this initially anyway. So this highway will then just wrap this way and then just go straight this direction alongside this one. Right? This should have been a thing anyway. There's now 2 different directions you can go on this highway. We'll drop this down, and then I guess we'll say that the highway will end here. So this highway from this direction will just end here. And then there should be a way to connect to this. So why don't we say from this side, and I don't know if it'll ever be needed, but we'll say from this side, we also allow you to get on a ramp, an on-ramp from here, and you can just get on the highway. There you go. You have a way to get on the highway from there. We can also give it another ramp from here, let's say, that goes underneath, let's say, and then just wraps over and hooks them up. So if they want to get from here over to this area, right, they don't have to go through this whole thing to get here. They can take this on-ramp if they want to. And then, you know what, you might as well, if we're gonna do that, you might as well make an off-ramp here, right? And then just sort of let them go all the way and hook up like this, you know? Then we can upgrade this if we want to as well, just to give it a you know, give them a way to transition. That's more than I wanted it to be. There we go. It's an idea. If they want to use it, they can. If they don't want to, then they don't have to, right? But it's giving them something. If I could go back and do this over again, seriously, this highway approach, raised highways, max capacity in both directions, straight through here. Like I would make a grid. I would make a grid, 2 highways. You go this direction here, and then over here, and then over here, and then there would be one that crosses this direction too, and they would have on-ramps and off-ramps and all sorts of things that get them into their certain places. Now you wouldn't have a lot of roads that do this. Certainly more efficient to do that, definitely. I think this looks more interesting, and it also doesn't have that, you know, major highway approach. I'm like, there isn't. I guess there is this road. I did do big straight roads here, but it's on the ground, it's on the surface, and it's not like, you know, there's traffic lights, which, by the way, the road map for the game is going to support traffic lights and stuff as well. That's going to happen very soon. I would think it might even be out by the time you watch this kind of soon. I mean, if you're watching this on the day of release, then no, but I don't know. I mean, I'm going to release it tomorrow from recording this, so maybe. But I know that that's coming. I would also expand this too. The entrances to big projects, there's just no reason for this to be so, you know, like there's only one entrance in a building, and so like these guys are going to start lining up, which I guess it's you have to think of it also too as like you have to unload the trucks, and so you only have so much staff, you only have so much capacity to unload, so it really doesn't slow it down so much. But like having this long road, these things are going to start piling up, which I guess you could say also like you can have it be a slow capacity sort of thing, so that cars, by the time they get here, like I'm doing right now, by the time they get in here, they have to move slowly, and that just gives them more time to intake cars. All right, let's take a look at traffic, make sure we're not overloaded. And most of the steel is coming through here from this side, so that's good. Apparently my Discord app is not in streamer mode. Fun. I should probably shut that off. Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, so while that's running and they're, you know, delivering stuff, we could probably go over stuff like that too, because somebody asked me to look at the roadmap and stuff. So traffic light settings, right? This was released on January 28th. I know I'm kind of dating the video a little bit, but yeah, 3 days ago from recording this, this was released. And you can see that it's sort of going to give a release date here too, it looks like. But you can program traffic lights to have different phases and stuff, so you could set priorities to that, which is kind of nice. It should give you a bit more control over how you build things. And it looks to me like that's scheduled for February 25th. So there you go. If you're watching this after that date, then all the traffic lights and stuff are installed at that time. It's not even February for me yet, so that's not a thing that's available to me yet. But yeah, so you'll have that, and that's good. And then anyone who wanted the roadmap for the game, if you'd like to, they released this a while back, at September 24th, a while back. But here is sort of the roadmap that they've discussed for this. They said we promised to add at least 3 main features during early access. So there's the traffic lights, the trains, which this is coming the 25th, we just said. Trains are already here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then large endgame project. Maybe that was what the drill is. I don't know. And then further, we've created a pool of 9 more features for you to vote for. So people are also voting on certain things. So there's mod support. I imagine that's going to have a lot of votes. Happiness system. I don't know. It looks like improved system to decide when habits upgrade. Takes into account nearby service buildings, noise, ordinances, and more. Interesting. There's gondolas for Highland access. That's probably what that is. I would prefer the tunnel. Gondolas are a little weird for that, but okay. High capacity cargo gondolas that can carry your goods over rocks and mountains. Pipes for liquids and gases. Okay, the Satisfactory crowds had some influence, I guess. Then there's a heat system and cold, so like weather, I suppose, is a big thing, which would be nice because there's really no diversity in it. It's always day, it's always this temperature, etc. So that would add some interesting little things to it. Day-night cycle, that would make solar and wind interchangeably a good idea instead of just relying on solar until you have nuclear. Then there's fires and crime. That seems, I don't know. For me, I don't think the game needs it, but okay. Flying cars for workers. Okay. So we need to add traffic for workers to go to work. I like this a lot. I really do think the cars need to be implemented for people to get to work, or buses or something that adds to your traffic network. I don't think they need to fly, but I do think that passengers need to be able to get to their workspace. And this is going to make it to where you don't build your city center all in one big cluster and then build everything around them. That would be actually one good approach, because then you'd have traffic going in both directions. But I do think that workers need to actually have to get to their job. And then natural disasters would spice things up too. So in any case, that's the roadmap that they've proposed. I'll leave links to that down in the description if you want to go and explore it yourself. But really, you can get it from their Steam page and stuff too. You can get all the data for the game if you want to there as well. So this is going to keep going in. We're more than halfway delivered for electronics. We still have a ways to go on the steel, but the thing I was really concerned about was adding this and having everything pop at once was going to congest the traffic. And we don't have that problem, it seems, so that's good. We have over 9,000 people. These houses are getting upgraded. I could drop additional residential right here, which was another purpose, another plan. And look, they are using it. They're using this highway in both directions. This is mostly just iron. It's going to use this side, but they do use it. That's great, and they're not going to have to go all the way this direction and then go through the whole traffic system to get over here now. And now you guys should have plenty of iron for the purposes that you want to use for. That's good. One more look at production overview. It looks like we could use a little bit more iridium alloy, a little bit more iridium ore, and again, the uranium is not being produced as much either. But we don't need science anymore, so I've gutted that. And so all the resources that the science was using has now been pushed towards production. And so the needs have dropped, and so they're able to do things with our existing infrastructure, which is nice. Schools, overproducing. Culture, overproducing. Parks, yep, same thing, overproducing. Meals, way up. We're definitely overproducing meat. All the basic needs. So we're taking care of everything, and traffic's flowing. I call this success. That's what I call this. The last thing I want to see, though, then, and I'll just go ahead and zoom ahead in the video to get you there. I want to see this drill built. I want to see it working, and that sounds like an awesome thing. And if I need more of it for some reason, maybe that end game structure, that late game structure, if I need more of it, then I could just build another one right next to it, and then another one here, another one here, another one here, and then just one at a time, though, build one at a time, so that not everything is needing to, you know, go through there. And then this highway could, I guess if I really wanted to, I could finish this highway, right? Just bring it all the way through here. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really need to go all the way that way, right? So I guess we can go like this with it. and then we just basically left them on an off-ramp, that a one-lane road here, and take them right into here. So if you want to get in here, you can. There you go. And then if you're gonna have people coming in through the highway, maybe make these roads higher capacity. But I don't think anyone's even gonna use it. I don't think there's even a reason to use it. Let's just move this a little bit, and we'll move this a little bit. Oh, road snapping, definitely a thing the game needs. Definitely a way to snap roads together in opposite directions, and a more intelligent shaping, I would say, is something that the game could use too, because like the train tracks and everything being all squiggly, and our bacon roads and stuff like that stuff could be worked out too. I'm not a coder, I'm not a game dev, so I don't know, but I feel like that's a pretty compared to everything else that they're looking to do, I feel like that's comparatively a pretty easy thing to implement. Just allowing roads to snap. Even if you don't fix the waviness, if you allow me to snap them together, at least they'll be wavy in the same way together, so you don't get stuff like this. Just seems a bit... I mean, okay, so it seems a bit interesting, for sure. A little bit organic. But I think we can all agree that it would probably be nice to have them... At the minimum, the train tracks. The squiggliness of the train tracks, absolutely. Cars can handle squiggly a little bit easier than trains can. If you have squiggly bacon road tracks like over here, like this right here, trains would be falling off this track. They would be getting derailed. This sucks. Absolutely, especially when the lines I drew when I made the track were very straight and organized. I think you can actually fix it easier. All you need to do is make these posts able to be as long as you want them to be, and then like charge me more steel. Make them even taller, charge me more steel. That's how you balance it. Just let me do that. Make it super expensive if you want. Like if the train was gonna take 10, but I have it way up in the air like that, okay, make it take 80 now. Like, oh wow, that's so expensive. Yeah, well, I mean, you're trying to suspend a train and support it from that high, then yeah, it's gonna be expensive. Just do something like that. Looks pretty good. What's this? Jobs are dropping. Finally, jobs are dropping. That's good. The robots, man. That's one thing I could do. I mean, I could add more of these industrial robot factories. Outgoing storage is already full, though, so maybe not. I have industrial waste recycling here already, right there. But I don't have it over on this side. The recycling centers are cool. I still don't like how they are in a circle radius. I wish they were a distance travel radius instead. So like they have to reach the driveway wherever the buildings are connected on the road. I don't like the circle approach, but I get that the radius is an easier approach to implement most likely. But I'm definitely more in favor of distance to travel than I am circles like that. And yeah, so I'm gonna let it run. All right, so I've let it run a little bit, and we've got ourselves all of the steel and electronics that we'll need. But now it's saying that we need nanotubes and microchips. And so now a whole new set of products are going to start being delivered to our site now. So this again, we looked at the roadmap. This seems to be that big colossal project that is, there for the end game, if you will. And so I'm just gonna, I don't need anything. My city is purring really well. Everybody's getting the resources they require in every single area. We're underproducing slightly the iridium alloy, which has a very specific use case. We're underproducing the iridium ore ever so slightly, which is really only used primarily for that specific use case, which is red science and stuff. And then like the uranium ore is being underproduced, but that's only because of that, making explosives and things. I can easily just, kill this entire row of buildings, and then pretty much by doing that, we remove the shortage in all of these products. So like if I just go like this, really, that just takes care of, it pretty much takes care of our entire shortage issue, just by removing like 3 of those. So whatever, I've got excess power here. It's looking pretty good. We're way overproducing power, so I could even get rid of this if I wanted to and just, whatever. But we need to deliver carbon nanotubes and microchips now, which all that stuff is already connected to the network. It's just a matter of it pulling it over, which again, I really feel like we should have warehouses to store access products. And like maybe have them actually be in those buildings. Because you can see, like, buildings do have an inventory storage, and there's really no functional reason why one of these storages cannot have just like a maximum amount, and just like they can actually fill up, and then the trucks need to be spawned out of them. There's multiple bays too, so we could have them come out the front and the back even, you know? But regardless, I really do feel like an enhancement to the game would be allowing me to store access materials in these, because if I had been overproducing microchips this entire time, there could just be this row of cars all bringing them in where they need to go, right? But in any case, I am going to... Yeah, now you're complaining about nanotubes because we're sending them here. I'm going to let this run a whole lot longer to get this running and to get this good. We've almost delivered all the carbon nanotubes. It actually doesn't need that many. It's the 1,000 microchips is going to take the longest amount of time. So I'm going to let it run and let it exhaust itself to do that. And if there's more resources we have to deliver, maybe motors next, I don't know, then we'll see what it needs from there and whether or not we're producing enough of it. So give me a second or a couple minutes, an hour. I don't know how long it's going to take to deliver these, and I'll be right back. Okay, we had a chip shortage. I added a couple of more manufacturers just to kind of try to speed this up, but we're here, ready to rock, and boom. Oh, look at this. It changed these 3 legs, man. Nice. Now it wants us to bring iridium alloy and neural processors. I don't think this will be a big problem, but iridium alloy is being made very far away. It's going to need to get to a train. So we'll probably see a big wave of iridium alloy being moved this way into this train station. And the train will bring it to here. It will then come out of here and then make its way down where it needs to go, most likely. So I think this is still going to be okay. I added this little bridge here too. Because we had a kind of a pileup right here, everyone trying to go this way, and then they all wanted to turn left, and then they all wanted to turn right, and they were all trying to get this way. So I remade this area so that this could be the same sort of weight or the same speed or whatever as this is. I think this is also very strange. The sand mine is it's coming out here. The driveway is underneath that road. I don't particularly like that either, so I'm gonna move this sand mine over here and let it do its business over on that side. But anyway, so I kind of redid this a little bit. I let some cars get over here if they want to get on this road and go straight that way, but a lot of them want to go this way anyway. All right, so anyway, we're going to see iridium alloy be brought into the train station, most likely. Let's just take a quick look. And it looks to me, should see sort of a mass wave of purple cars, I want to say. Yeah, here we go. A bunch of transport trucks, iridium alloy. They're not going where I thought they were. So we have been underproducing this resource. So one thing I could maybe do is set up an additional workflow right here and allow them to just come down this highway and get into where they need to go over here. So we could do it like this. We could say iridium mines will go here, and we'll just kind of build a bunch of them right here just to kind of speed this up. I haven't used all these deposits yet. There's no reason why I should just leave them hanging and let it go slow, right? So we could go about like that, maybe, yep, okay. And like this, maybe like that, and then maybe one back here if it'll fit. There it goes, right there. Okay, what we could do then is we'll take this road, just stretch it kind of like this. Oh, well, we'll want it to be lower. Yep, I pressed R instead of F. That's why. There we go. And we got a couple here we could maybe rotate and just move around a little bit, but basically I'm just going to give us a connection with these resources, right? And then we're going to take that. We're going to bring that over, let's say here. No, in the middle is probably better. We'll go here with it. Let's go three wide here. Nah, two is fine. We'll go this way, let's say to about here, and then we're going to create a separate iridium manufacturing, which is here. It needs carbon nanotubes. Okay, we're going to need to bring carbon nanotubes up here too. Or I could just hook this up and let the iridium come all the way down here, and then we could produce the steel here, because then the carbon nanotubes could easily make their way here anyway, because they're already getting here. So what I could do is maybe do it like this. Have the iridium manufacturing be over in this area. We'll say, we'll bring this up like this. I want to bring it down to the ground, like that. We could do another one, like right beside that. So if I put you here, we go, yep, like this, and then another one here. Let's actually just do it like this. Here, 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 and here. We could create another one like right about this area. I don't really care. And then do another one. It's the same thing again. Just do it like this. Straight across. And then add another one like this. Okay, we need to move it just a little bit then, don't we? Fine. And then we'll just put you there. Might as well line you up now. And then there. So this is going to give us, again, a lot of this. Exactly what we need manufactured. We'll take this road, go as far as we can. Looks like that's actually the end. Okay. Fair enough. I want to put an extra path through here. So we'll say there's another road that takes them directly into this area. Yeah, and then what I could do, yeah, let's actually do it this way, because I can't get all the way in here, and I like them to not necessarily have to use this road if they don't want to. So I could move you all the way over, stick you on this side, and then we'll have another road that goes like this. Easy. Slide you all the way over if I can too, right about there, should do it. Can I put one? I don't really want it on that road, but yeah, I don't want it on that road. We'll stick it over here instead. Yeah, like something like this. It's rough, all right? You get it. It's pretty rough. Actually, this would be better. Slide you over, slide you over, slide you over. Make this go like this instead. And then upgrade this. Yep, and then we'll take and have you be here and here. Come on. Yep. We'll leave this alone, that's fine. Maybe even nanotubes could be made here too. I mean, might crowd the place slightly. But we could have some locally sourced nanotubes here. Yeah, why don't we just, we'll do it like this. Like that, and like that. And then we'll put a little road like this. Yeah, or maybe on the other side. Because it's coming from the other direction, the supply is, so put it like this instead. Okay. We could do more nanotubes on this side too, if I want to. But I think I like the idea also of just being on this side. I could make that road happen. That's pretty good. And then the last thing is just to have power in this. This is going to need power anyway, I would assume. I guess I don't know, but I would assume that it does. So we'll just put that there and then bring this power all the way over and connect it. Oh. Yep, like that and like that. Okay, all that stuff should work now. We'll get stuff delivered there, and it should all be good. The iridium will then come from this side. Hook that up to power, and we'll just have it be... So this area isn't hooked up to the main grid. But I think that's probably okay, because we can just add an additional solar. We don't have to have it hooked up to the main grid. Yeah, so then we'll take this highway, bring it all the way over like this, and just hook it up to here. Yeah, easy. So all this stuff can just work, and then we'll take and have the solar be like about like this, let's say. Maybe we'll add another one just because we can. And then all this stuff should start working, and then this supply will funnel through here, down this real weird highway, all the way down into here, and then eventually we'll meet up and connect where everything else is. So all these cars and stuff that are coming through here, they'll funnel their way this way. And then they'll end up coming into here, most likely. But they can also wrap around and go this way if they want to as well. Because if they need to get to this here, then they might actually just come through here anyway and then turn. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. And they also might come off the train too. It's possible we get iridium sent on the train as well. But so we'll make these. The neural processors, that's easy. It's going to get sent there automatically anyway. But it's all hooked up, and it should just start working. We're going to see these purple cars start funneling in and providing resources for this, and then this will just kick it out directly where it needs to go. And I can also speed that up a little bit by just kind of maybe doing that. It's no big deal. They'll just come down here and go that way now. But okay, let that run. This is the third stage. It might be the final stage just because it has this resource. So it might be the final stage. We'll see. I'll let it run, and I'll be right back. Okay, we have been sending way too many neural processors. It apparently does not stop calling them after it's reached its limit, I guess. Either it does, or like it doesn't call the right amount. It just calls them until it's actually full. But then every resource that's already on its way continues to be on the way, right? It's kind of weird that way. In any case, we delivered twice as many neural processors as we needed. Yikes. And now all the iridium is coming on in. And so let's see what we get out of this. Boom. Okay. There's still more to go. Oh, God. Okay, it requires now AI control units and iridium propellant. There actually is a usage for iridium propellant. Okay, that's what this is for. Now, we're already making the AI control units. That's going to get sent here, I think, no problem. The propellant... what is making that, actually? I forget. We were making some. I know we were making some, but I don't remember where. It was over here. Yeah. Okay, so the iridium propellant that's being made here finally has a purpose. It's going to go this way on this highway, and then it's going to go through here. I want it to go faster than that, I think. So why don't we... actually, this requires sulfur and iridium. We're already sending iridium this way, and we've got more than enough sulfur. So we could... I could repurpose this whole area, actually. I don't need this anymore. What I could do instead is put the iridium propellant here, which is this. Yep. I could put these here instead, which I know is a little bit expensive to rebuild it, but we totally could. And then we keep the steel going and everything, but look, we already have iridium heading this way, so getting in here is not a problem. We're overproducing sulfur already anyway. That's a really simple thing to just send into this area. So I think this is actually fine. And again, we're already making a good amount of AI control units. So we'll have that sent in here. We could probably make more. I don't think we're beyond making more, but they're going to come off the train. The AI control units, they're right here. So they're gonna be sent to the train. They probably already are. It's these little cars here. Propellant's going that way, good. And high-tech tools, okay. Some of these cars, some of these trucks, these delivery trucks, have got to be the AI control units going to the train. So they'll end up coming off the train and being delivered here, and then they get kicked out, and just like the rest of the stuff did. Sulfur's going to get delivered here very quickly. That's not going to be a problem either. So honestly, this one's fairly easy to solve too. I don't really need to build this because, again, you can see we're already sending it. There's the AI control units. We're already sending the propellant from the original source, and we're already creating it. So I don't need this to build this, but for the sake of time, it definitely is going to help. So we'll have these 6 structures here. We'll have the iridium sent there. They're coming down this over here. You can see from that source, and we just wait it out again. Yeah. So this is definitely a grand old project, and it's pretty big, but definitely takes some time, but it's kind of passive time, really. If you have the infrastructure set up in place and you're able to move things around, your supply line is pretty solid, your roadways are pretty solid, which mine are. We don't have any traffic problems whatsoever, and we're also able to maintain a good supply to all of our residences while doing this. Yeah, I think we just let it go. There is some sulfur here, right? A lot of sulfur here. If I wanted to get that connected even faster, you know, just for the sake of doing so, I can put a couple of large sulfur mines right over here. Just kind of stick them in here, I guess. It's probably more than enough. And then I just make this road go like that. Make a super highway. And just have that super highway just send it right to here, I guess. Yeah, just have it get on this road. And then that's kind of it. We probably need power here, I would think. Yep. So we just hook it to this and just bring it down here. Yeah, easy. And we hook this up to power, and then, yeah, the sulfur will head this way, get on this highway, and then from there, it's really easy to get where it needs to go. It'll probably go this direction over top, and then right here to get on this highway and move over. Piece of cake. I don't think there's a reason to put another on-ramp to get into this area. But if I wanted to do it, it wouldn't be too hard to just kind of be like, look, you can get off the highway here. Same thing for this area. It wouldn't be too difficult to just be like, you know, you can get on the highway here, right? I'd have to move this road, it looks like, but they don't really need it. Honestly, if this highway ends right here anyway, so if you're getting off the highway, you just go over top this bridge and you're here, right? This is a little bit of a bottleneck. Is it because you're... It is, right? Yeah. So they're coming off the train. Somehow they're coming out of here to go that way instead of getting off of here to go that way. I guess they're just choosing which direction to go. No big deal. Okay, I'm going to let it run a little longer. You can see we're delivering it. Just a matter of time. Okay, so while I was waiting for this, and it might finish while we're talking here, so I'll let it go. But while we were waiting for this, I made a separate highway here. Yeah, okay, I made an off-ramp. I made it over here, and I connected it up to this. And then I also made a highway over here, which wrapped around. And I don't believe the wraparound here is going to get used all that much, but this is actually getting used every once in a while. And it's basically there to allow anything that's over here, if it doesn't want to take the train, it can hop over top of this and get on the highway. And it is being used really sparingly, but it is being used a little bit. And this is done now. Wow, mining 2.5 adamantine per minute. Total amount mined until now 0. So this is completed. Look at this thing. It requires red science packs. Oh, and iridium propellant to... Oh, we do need red science packs. So I can put that back, I guess. But yeah, wow, cool. Okay, so the red science packs are needed. We can set up a big red science factory right here. Iridium propellant is already here. We're going to keep that. So I guess all we need to do now is just remove this stuff. And we'll pop in the red science packs, which require all of those different resources, including yellow science. Oh, no! Oh, that's what we did. See, I deleted all the science, and now you need it again. Beautiful. Well done. Seriously, requiring red science right here, that forces me to not metagame this, and I tried to, and I failed. This is why I don't normally metagame, but hey, you know, I gave it a shot. Let me reinstall a science operation. I think I'm going to do it probably right over here. We're going to do like a big, like I do have some blue science remaining. I did remove a good chunk of it, but I do have some of it remaining. I'm going to put up a science factory or science installation right here. And we'll build it out a little bit more efficiently so we can provide this with the juice it needs. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, so I got a really simple science setup here. Pretty easy. Got 12 green science, 12 yellow science. All the raw materials and stuff are all kind of flowing through them. I've upgraded a couple of highways to sort of strategically choose where cars are going to come in at, provide them with alternative routes so that they can kind of funnel in wherever they want to go. The highway and stuff here, they can all kind of go where they need to be. And then once this is created, in hindsight, I probably should have just had the yellow science be on this side of the green because this is the final product that gets exported. But I don't think it matters. The traffic's not that congested. So we're going to take the yellow science from here. It gets exported all the way out to over to here and gets on the highway and eventually makes its way over to here where all the red science is being made. We don't really need the carbon nanotubes here anymore. I probably should go ahead and put something else like maybe radiation cores or something here just to provide that adjacency bonus because carbon nanotubes really aren't needed to be made here anymore. But in any case, we have the raw resources we're looking for. Iridium propellant from this and the red science from this. They all get exported down this little road here, or if it's over here, they do go this way. But it ends up going into here. And so now we get to see this thing operate, and it's going to start spinning. Here it goes. And it'll adjust itself, and it'll use a rocket propulsion, it seems, to just like drive it further into the ground. One thing I really wish we had: sound. I want sound. Like, so badly do I want sound on this thing. That's not everything. It does rocket itself into the ground and leave a little bit more, but I think it's like one of those things where it needs, like, this is part of a boot up sequence or something. Like, it needs it delivered, and then it needs it delivered again to do it again. Something like that. I've been trying to watch it and see. We do have 2 Adamantine in storage. There it goes. There it goes. I want to go slower here. Here we go. So this is 1 time speed. See, it goes pretty fast with 1 time speed. It's nice. Drills all the way into the ground like that, and then it gets picked up and pops out the adamantine on the other side, where it then hopefully goes into this little storage bin and gets delivered. It actually doesn't look like it comes out at all. I haven't seen a truck deliver anything. It just all of a sudden exists. I guess it has its own storage. Maybe that's what this is. Its own local storage bin or something. But hey, there you go. You know, we got it set up, and if you want to do more of these and you get a whole bunch of them, then great. Hopefully they add things to the late game to where you need adamantine to build something else. Maybe like a giant Capitol tower or something, I don't know. But that'd be kind of nice. But this is like a multi-step construction. I love the multi-step construction. This surprised me, and I'm really, really digging that. I'm glad that they did that. So Goliath, done. Big drill, done. That's the end. And of course, now that we're delivering that stuff with science again, I anticipate maybe some traffic problems from that. With science? Are we getting any traffic problems at all? I'm noticing there's a little bit of a shortage on... We're not getting the nanotubes over here fast enough anymore, so I might be able to jump that up. Let's take a look. Yeah, red science, we're demanding a lot more than we're making. Yellow science still looks pretty good, though, so... it's just about expanding our science back again, it looks like. But I'll let you guys handle that if you want to. So again, I share my save files. If it's possible to do so, I will. Links in the description. This has been Infraspace. I'm digging a nice little quick 15 video series. I like that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it too. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Like the videos if you like it. And if you want to check out anything else that's going on the channel, playlist tab. It's there. You can find it. There's a whole lot of games on this channel. Thank you. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.